Welcome to a very special Thanksgiving episode of Thirsty Thursday Toys, where I've been challenged to make cocktails for each of the Collect All Monsters co-hosts. We're also going to look at the first figure of their mascot, CAMegon. If you haven't seen Collect All Monsters, it's a channel based on kaiju and tokusatsu interests, featuring discussion and information from 5 fantastic, friendly, and knowledgeable members of the Godzilla community. There's also a Facebook group called Collect All Monsters Monster Collectors, which is one of the most positive and welcoming online communities I've ever seen. It's a great place to be a huge friggin' nerd. So here we go, the unofficial Collect All Monsters co-host cocktail collection. We'll start off with David, who was the one who set this whole thing in motion. He requested something with whiskey, so I made a twist on the hot toddy to go along with his nature photos and general love of fall. The Triple T toddy uses a Japanese whiskey, a ginger liqueur, sake, and lemon juice, and is also the most potent of the 5 drinks, so be careful. Start by heating up 1.5 ounces of sake and 1/4 ounce of lemon juice. Add in 3/4 ounce of a ginger liqueur, and then 1.5 ounces of a Japanese whiskey. Make sure you don't burn your tongue, and enjoy. Cheers. Then we have John, whose cocktail takes a little bit of prep. Add some orange food coloring to some water, add that to an ice cube tray, and let it freeze. Now, you may have seen John's fantastic kaiju photography on his My Kaiju pages. That, plus his love of the Showa Mechagodzilla, made me focus on the visual element of this drink that I'm calling Space Titanium, made with vanilla vodka, cinnamon schnapps, orange bitters, simple syrup, club soda, silver luster dust, and those orange ice cubes. In a shaker, combine 1 ounce of a vanilla vodka, 1/4 ounce of cinnamon schnapps, silver luster dust, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and a few dashes of orange bitters. Give that a dry shake, then pour it into your glass. Top that off with 2 ounces of club soda, then pop in your Mechagodzilla eyeball ice cubes, and enjoy. Cheers. 2 cocktails in, we're gonna switch things up with the drink for Leslie. When I met him at G-Fest, I asked if he had any drink preference, and he said water, which is funny, but also, yes, super important. Please stay hydrated. Then he said I should do something GMK related, since he, and his wife especially, are big fans. So I figured I'd combine the two into some GMK water, and I've yet to come up with a better name than H2O No! This one is made with some sparkling water. I'm using Liquid Death because it fits the character so well, black food coloring, and mini marshmallows. Add some black food coloring to your glass, pour in the Liquid Death or whatever sparkling water you choose, and then top that off with a couple of marshmallows to represent those unmistakable GMK eyeballs. Then, enjoy. Cheers! For Kyle's drink that I'm calling the Sasquatch, I went with the Pacific Northwest theme, and it takes some prep. You'll need some coffee grounds, spiced rum, a red ale, and some caramel syrup. To prep, take some of your favorite coffee grounds, I'm using some Godzilla coffee here, and add that to a spiced rum at a ratio of 1/2 tablespoon per ounce of rum. Most of the flavor is infused within a couple hours, even faster if you agitate it every so often. I'm going with the Pacific Northwest theme, partially because of this. When I was in high school, the captain of Kaiju Cast set up a 50th anniversary of Godzilla Film Festival in downtown Portland, and I still have the poster from it, featuring art done by Bob Eggleton of Godzilla in front of Mount Hood just laying waste to my old stomping grounds. Speaking of grounds, once the flavor is infused, go ahead and strain out the grounds and finish that drink. In your glass, add 1 ounce of that coffee-infused rum, a 1/2 ounce or however much you'd like of that caramel syrup, then 6 ounces of that red ale. I feel obligated to tell you to be careful when mixing your stimulants with your depressants, but otherwise, enjoy. Cheers! Finally, we have Christine's cocktail that I'm currently calling 89 Credits. She requested something blue and fruity, and with blue curacao, coconut rum, passion fruit liqueur, and club soda, I hope this drink delivers. If you've seen any of the Collect All Monsters shows, you've probably seen Christine's lit-up Sofubi shelves, so for that, we're going to use a light-up ice cube. Additionally, Christine and I share a mutual love of Godzilla vs. Biollante, so this drink will be topped off with a floating red ice rose to represent the scene in the end credits of the rose floating through space, hence the name for this cocktail, 89 Credits. Start with your light-up ice cube, then top that off with a few more real ice cubes. Pour in 1 ounce of blue curacao, 1 ounce of coconut rum, 1 ounce of a passion fruit liqueur, then a couple of ounces of club soda. Top it off with your frozen rose ice, and enjoy. Cheers! And now, the magnificent, monstrous mascot itself, CAMegon. or rather the fairly adorable version of it. This is the first release of the Collect All Monsters mascot, sold as a limited run of 25. Each figure came bagged and numbered with a header card done by Robo7. This figure was sculpted, cast, and painted by Alex Merdick. While I typically avoid resin, I do love these little mascots, and this one pairs so well with my evil Ujiak. If you missed out on this one, never fear. As of the recording of this video, they have at least one more color version in the works. Until then, go check out Collect All Monsters, all their Instagrams and channels and social media things. Thank you for watching, and remember to please drink responsibly.